All right, hello everyone. My name is Bianca Brooks, and you are now watching Trading Photos. Today we have a very special guest on the show. His name is Lee Master C. Welcome to the show.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
And thank you for coming on the show. How do you find New York?
It's cool. The drivers are crazy. They don't know how to drive.
Oh yes, we do have crazy drivers here.
Yeah,
Yes. Wait
but it's
until you
cool.
get deeper into Brooklyn, and you'll definitely see what I'm talking about.
Yikes.
All right, wonderful. So you are a singer, you are a rapper, you are a songwriter, you are a engineer, you told me.
Yep.
You play the keys. What other talents do you have?
I'm a co-host on the Do You radio show. Shout out to Ron Do and DJ Chic Chick. Um, I think I also have a good ear to recognize talent, musical talent. Also, I do so much, but right now I ain't gonna lie. I'm more focused on the music, but I've managed as well. Like I managed a comedian in Canada. His name was Dwight the Comedian. We had a lot, like he had like a lot of views. Like when I was really pushing him, like I think he accumulated over like 1 million views and stuff.
Ooh.
So it's like but I would say like just in entertainment, like music is like that's my gift. But just in entertainment overall, I feel like I'm like a jack of all trades. But music, that's like my main, that's my passion, that's my love. But in entertainment in general, I do feel like I got my hands in a lot of things and I can make a lot of things happen.
All right, good. And it's
Yeah,
good that you know how to manage and do those sorts of things where you can put out works and you know how to push them and stuff because
exactly.
one of the things that you need to know nowadays, especially if you are a singer or an actor or whatever you are, is how to not only put your work on the internet but know the algorithms and know how to get
Right,
your stuff out there and to different audiences. So that's really good.
right. Thank you.
Now, you were telling me that certain people only want to work with you because you have like a certain sound. And might I add, that's a really good gift that you have.
Yeah.
A lot of record labels pay people who know how to find talent and who have a gift for listening to music a lot of money.
I need the check then. I'm waiting on the check then. They better hit me up. But yeah, so basically, because if I give you a backstory, when I really got serious into music was when I was 17. But I always been around music. I wrote my first song when I was 10. But when I was like 17, I was in a duo called Masters in Corruption. And we was really like, it was more like rapping. But when I first started, I also started a little bit to like sing on hooks, and people like would like my hooks way more than they like my verses. So that's how it translates to now. If you look at my music, if you listen to my music now, there's way more singing, is because a lot of people would gravitate more to like the hooks when I was singing more than the actual rapping. But when it comes to my writing, I still write a lot like a rapper, but it's more like the way I perform it is I sing it, if you see what I'm saying. But all that to say, to come back to your question, um, around that time, like studio time and everything was like a little expensive. So I was like, you know what? We was going to that free studio. So I decided to, because they wouldn't mix it, because it's a free studio. They just record you. It's to help the youth or whatever. So I would take all the files home and I learned how to like mix and
Wow.
master my own music and everything. So, and that was like a long time ago, like almost 9 years ago. So, now I just got better at it and better at it. So it's something that I've mastered as well, which is to engineer, mix, and master music as well. So, you know,
Interesting.
yeah.
Now, how did you come up with the stage name Lee Master C?
Okay. So a lot of people, because when they see me and I tell them my name is Lee, they look at me like, man, okay, like, are you kidding me? That's not your real name. It is. My first name is Lee Van Cliff. And I will tell you how my parents gave me that name once I answered the question for my stage name. But Lee Master C, pretty simple. It was when I was in high school. There was this kid. I never asked him why, but he was always, when he see me around the school, he was like Master Chief, Master Chief, Master Chief. I was like, okay, interesting. But when I got into the music, I remembered that. So I was like, okay, I already got a name. So at first it was just Master C. But then, like I was doing my research and I saw that it was already a Master C. So I was like, you know what? Let me just add the Lee, which is from my name, to just create a whole new name, which became Lee Master C.
Oh, interesting.
Yep.
Well, he probably calls you Master Chief because you're so tall. When I saw this man in the elevator, I was so shocked to see him so tall. And I'm like, oh, hi, it's nice to meet you.
Yeah.
Okay, so what we're going to do is that we're going to get some NBA players, right? And we're just going to scoot you into the picture and you're just going to blend right in, all right?
But you know what the funny thing is? Like, somebody like me, I would be one of the shortest guys in the NBA.
You're
Like,
6'4".
But still, like 6'4", that's like the point guards are 6'4" or taller. And the point guards, they're the positions which are the smallest players on the court. So in the NBA, I wouldn't be that tall.
Wasn't Allen Iverson short?
Allen Iverson is probably a little shorter than me. I think he's like 6'1". You see what I'm saying? And you see how we look at 6'1". You see how we look on the TV. He looked like he was 5'5". But 6'1" is still considered like tall in the regular world. But all that to say, like NBA players be like 7'1", 6'9", 6'11", But yeah, I am tall. I'm still tall,
Yeah, for all of us 5 feet people, we understand, but to him, he's like, I guess
Exactly.
Okay. But also tell us, do you have any, do you play any sports or anything?
Okay, so speaking of basketball, I used to play basketball in high school, but I'm not gonna lie, it wasn't my gift, because I used to play hours, like 8 hours, like it was a job, like practicing, but it just I never got to a certain level. Because even me growing up, one of my childhood heroes is Shaquille O'Neal. Mm-hmm. And Shaquille O'Neal is the first, and if I'm not mistaken, only basketball player to join the NBA and have a platinum selling album.
Ooh.
So, like me, always being into music even as a kid and liking basketball, like I automatically gravitated to Shaq first. You see what I'm saying? Like he's the only one I know that has songs with Method Man, rest in peace, Notorious B.I.G., like Jay-Z. He got songs with like legends in the game as an NBA player. So to me it was like amazing. And him just being in movies, video games, like it just, to me it was like he was just a brilliant creative and a brilliant business mind.
Wow, interesting. So you're originally from Canada.
Yeah, born and raised Montreal, Quebec.
So why did you come here when your healthcare is better over there?
Oh my God! But
here?
But that is a very good question. But I'm gonna break it down to you, and it's simple. Like when I was in Canada, right? It's like, especially in Montreal, Quebec, it's complex because I'm from a French-speaking city. Mainly, like 70% of the city speak French.
Parlez-vous français?
Je parle français.
Je parle français aussi. Je suis haïtienne.
D'accord.
Oh, nice.
So people don't know, I probably speak better French than English. Mm-hmm. But all that to say, where I'm from, they speak French, but it's not like the French in France. So the French they have is specific. Like it's a specific French. Like they have their own accent. Like a lot of people from like France or other places where they speak French, they don't even either understand or gravitate to their French, to their culture, or none of that. So it's like everything that's where I'm from, the province where I'm from, which is Quebec, people like, it's like, it's not like a worldwide scene when it comes to like music for people there. You see what I'm saying? Especially me doing music in English, because for me, it just gravitated to me, like the music in English, like Ja Rule, which is the person that really sparked me to really want to do music. When I first heard Ja Rule's Always on Time with Ashanti, and I saw the video on TV, I was probably 9, and I saw that, I wanted to make music. So from there, I just, I've been writing music in English. I wrote certain songs in French, but it's not the same. But all that to say that in Canada, for me and what I'm trying to do with the music, the scene is not there yet. Like, you see what I'm saying? There's a lot, it's really under development. You see what I'm saying? But what you in Atlanta is a city, even in the late 90s, they had Tony Braxton, they had TLC, Jermaine Dupri, The Brat. You see what I'm saying? Oh my gosh. You see, like, the whole of people that was signed to LaFace Records, So Def, you name it. You see what I'm saying? Till now, they still going strong. You see what I'm saying? So me, where I'm from, like people like they always say, "Oh, well, you got Drake. Drake is not even from my city. He's not even in the same province as me." Tory Lanez, same. Like I'm from Montreal, Quebec. The only person from my city that like made it big is Celine Dion.
Okay.
That's the only one.
Well, that's
Big shout out to
something.
Celine
You know,
Dion.
bonjour from Quebec, bonjour from the six. Yes, okay.
You see what I'm saying? But Atlanta is a great city for you to like get anybody, like whether it's acting, whether it's being in the music. I feel like it's a great city to like jumpstart your career. And then if you want to decide to go to a LA, or if you do decide that you just want to stay, but you know from time to time you want to travel to different cities and tours, it's a great city to be in, Atlanta, when it comes to entertainment.
Okay, so what specifically made you choose Atlanta over California or New York?
That's a good question. I wouldn't say I chose it per se. I'm gonna tell you how it happened. When I first came to Atlanta, like it was September 2017, and the day I came, I always remember it was I think it was the first year anniversary of the death of I don't know if you know the rapper Shawty Low.
Shorty Low, yes,
Yeah.
the one with all the children. Oh yes, yes, I've heard of
So
them. Yes.
you see what I'm saying? So that's the first day I came in Atlanta. So now, yeah, it's definitely more than 3 years. It was over 2 years. I mean, sorry, but when I first came, I was supposed to be on a tour. It was supposed to be a tour. That's what I was told. But it ended up just being one show. So imagine me having the whole Airbnb for 2 months when I only have one show, it was the second day right after I came in Atlanta. So it's just one show. And then I was like, okay, so I got a whole Airbnb for 2 months. Like, what am I gonna do? And I knew the history of Atlanta, like, cause I study music. I study New York, LA, you name it. So I study music as a whole, and I know the places that were popping. I know the places that been popping are still popping, like Atlanta. So me being there, I was like, you know what? I'm sick and tired of, because in Canada, I had this good job, if you will, when it comes, when I say good job, it's just the pay was good, the benefits, all of that, right?
I mean, everything's better over there. I believe you. Yeah.
Right. But I'm waking up every morning, I'm bored, like it's borderline depressing. I'm working, like because I want to be able to like really be into the music and really be into entertainment. So me being there, I was like, it's not right. This is not me. You see what I'm saying? This is not me. Like I'm supposed to be somewhere where I can fully like be into the music and just fully dive into my dreams and my goals. You see what I'm saying? So, like I was doing a lot of things there, but at a certain point it just reaches a certain limit. It's like, okay, what else can I do? Like that's it. You see what I'm saying? So when I came to Atlanta and I would see like how it's so many people you can connect with. It's so many like businesses. Like you can start a business from scratch, and if you work hard here, I see a lot of people like me and you. And when I say me and you, is a lot of black people thriving in Atlanta. Like they just like you can see them like from the bottom going to the top, building businesses. They go into acting. They go into music. Like you name it. Like in Atlanta, it's just. Like just on a business standpoint, because I love music, but I also love business. But on a business standpoint, it just made more sense to be in Atlanta.
Okay, good. So I have to ask, since you're Haitian and I'm
Right.
Haitian, how did your parents feel when you told them that you were going into the entertainment business? Because for Haitian families, they
Right.
want you to be a doctor, they want you to be a lawyer, they want you to be a nurse, or they want you to be an engineer. But you went into the arts. So how was
Right.
that conversation?
Okay, so basically for me, because I grew up with my grandmother, right? So just to give you a backstory, my mother passed when I was little, when I was 3.
Mhm.
And she passed the same day Tupac died, the exact same day.
Wow.
So I always saw that as a sign for me personally. Me always loving music. I always kind of like, always wondered why was it that day. You see what I'm saying? But, and my dad, the funny thing is my dad, I didn't grow up in the household with my dad, but I would always see him like from time to time and things of that nature. And he would always, he wouldn't tell me too much, but he would always show me like Bob Marley concerts. He would show me tapes of music videos. Like it was always music. Like you would give me like tapes, and it was like 2 hours of like straight music videos from BET. And to me, it's like it's crazy how I didn't know at the time, but now I'm like, wow, really? Because music is my passion, and I felt like even though like young growing up, I was like I felt like I wish he would have did more for me, but at the same time with the music, I feel like he showed me what I needed to know. You see what I'm saying? So, but yeah, and my father passed like it was like 3 years ago.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
So I appreciate it. But so yeah, so but to go to your question, my grandmother at first she did not like it. Like you said, like Haitian. Oh my God.
Avocat,
Yep.
engineer.
Yeah, you gotta be a doctor. You gotta. But here's what happened. When certain people started coming to her and started telling her, man, like your grandson is doing an amazing job. There's this song he did, there's that song. I seen him perform. And then she was like, hold on. He can be a millionaire. She said it like, he got millionaire, which means I can be a millionaire
Yeah,
for you
thinking like,
non-Creole speaking people. So you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, and that's something that I can tell to inspire anybody. If you have a dream, at the end of the day, you got to make it happen for yourself. Show people that it can work. Because at first, everybody's going to be in doubt. Some might believe, but for me, a lot of people was down me. A lot of people was like, well, you should stop rapping, or you should stop singing, and you should just produce. But I ended up being able to do it all. You see what I'm saying? But you just got to keep believing in yourself and prove to people that you have it in you. Whatever it is, whatever's your talent, whether you're a chef, whether you're an actor, whatever, you want to go into constructions, whatever it is, like just make sure that you show people that you got it in you and that you can make it happen and you have the determination. Because it's like if you have doubts, people will also doubt you. But if you're confident and you show people that it's possible, then they'll look at you different and be like, okay, you know what, that might work. He looks very passionate and he's putting in work. So,
All right, well, that's good. So you have a single, Doing It Big.
Doing It
Tell
Big.
us about that.
Doing it big is no way around it. You always got to do it big. So basically, this song is really about whatever it is. Again, like we were just talking about this. Whatever it is you want to do, like you can always start small, but the end goal, do it big. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like if you want to be like, if you're for example, being an actress, is like shoot for the big roles. Like you gotta like, there's a lot of like opportunities, and a lot of times you can create opportunities for yourself. You don't have to wait for nobody. Like now with the internet, it's so many opportunities that can come to you or that you can create yourself. So to me, it's like we in the perfect era for whatever it is you want to do it to the best of your abilities. Like I feel like there's no excuses now. You see what I'm saying? Like now, okay, cool. TV don't want you. Maybe Netflix wants you. You see what I'm saying? Nobody wants you. Then do your own stuff. Put it on your own site. Sell it. Whatever it is. Music, films, you name it. Like now is the era for whatever you want to do. You can do it big. You can, like, there's no limits. With the internet, you can reach anybody you want in seconds. So, that's basically what it's about. And it's also at the same time, the doing it big is also an homage to the Notorious B.I.G. as well, which is one of my influences too.
Wonderful, wonderful. And I like the fact that you said that you can do your own thing, because there are a lot of people who are waiting for a record label, who are waiting for a production company to come along so that they can do what they have to do. And I'm like, you can make your own thing, distribute it. YouTube, that's a, platform. Millions, even billions of people are on YouTube. Instagram, Amazon. You can do your own thing, and I love to see people doing their own things and who are the leaders of their career.
Exactly. And also another thing too that people gotta understand is, at the end of the day, not everybody, and that's another thing too. Not everybody is able to be fully independent, and because not everybody understands marketing, not everybody understands, like how they need to dress or whatever it is. Some people might not have the best. They might have a talent to be able to rap or sing it, but they might not be able to be the best, have the best ears to be able to pick the best beats.
And reading contracts are
reading
also
contracts.
very important,
It's a lot of aspects. So to me, it's like it's okay to be able to, if you do want a record deal, just know that nowadays we're not in the era where people will look at somebody like Prince or Michael Jackson. Oh, he has so much talent, let me sign him. It don't work like that. Now people look at numbers. They'll see, okay, your Instagram, you got 20,000 followers. YouTube, you get millions of views. Like they're looking at it like as 100% as a business. So they're like, okay, how can we make money with this act? You see what I'm saying? So that's what people got to understand. So at the end of the day, if you feel like you're not the best when it comes to like marketing or just the business aspect of it, surround yourself with the right people that will help you with the things that you lack. You see what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, it is true that now you can release music. Like I can drop a song right now and it's on iTunes, Spotify in like 24 hours. You name
Google
it, all the
Play,
platforms.
all that.
Google Play. But you still have to market it. And a lot of people don't understand that. Like, who's your target audience? A lot of people don't even know what it is. They just think it's just put it on YouTube and they're like, why is nobody supporting me? It's like you got to think of it as a product. Like if you're selling chips, like you got to sell chips to people that like to eat chips. You see what I'm saying? Whatever it is you're selling, you got to understand how you can reach those people. You see what I'm saying? But a lot of people don't understand marketing, basically.
Okay, good. So you're smart too. So
Thank you.
since you're in Atlanta, are you going to get into acting? Because there's a huge acting scene in Atlanta. Tyler Perry Studios is,
Shout out to Tyler Perry, man.
open and expanded. And he
Yep.
has the biggest studio of them all.
But you know what's crazy? I don't know if you know, but my first name, my real first name, is Lee Van Cleef. But Lee Van Cleef was my parents' favorite actor. He was an old actor. He used to do like movies with like Clint Eastwood. One of his most known movies is called The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly. But it was a lot of like Western, cowboy, those type of movies basically. But all that to say that I was named after an actor. So it's only right to do it. But again, I'm the type of person where I like to do what I love. So I would rather it happen when it's time for it to happen. I don't want to just do it for a check. But once I get into that, because I know I will, I want to be able to like really like go into it and be looked at serious. Because there's a lot of people like it's just like a rapper just because he's known, they're using a celebrity to get him a role. And for me, I don't want it to be that. Like, of course, I'm gonna use my leverage to get what I want. It only business wise it makes sense. But like I know it's like people like you that really be into it. Like it's a certain respect for the art. So I don't want to get into acting and I don't really know how to act, but I'm just this celebrity and I don't want to do that. I want to really be able to be like somebody like, let's say like a Will Smith. Like Will Smith, like he started as a rapper. He's so good at acting that people forgot.
Tupac also did the rapping acting thing too.
And, exactly. And he was pretty good. He was pretty good. But that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't want it to be like just like a gimmick where it's like, oh, you see Lee, they just put me as the artist in the movie just to sell. Like I want it to be where it's like I can actually have like a real like roles, and you see me maybe I play like a father like that, like you see what I'm saying, like real roles, like. So I don't want it to just be like a gimmick, basically.
Okay, that's good. And I like that. I like the fact that you like the art, you respect the art, and you want to study the art.
Exactly.
Because with a lot of people, they want to make money. And I can't be mad at
Oh,
people
I
who
wanna
want to
make
make money, okay? Because you need money to survive, especially in this country. However, it's so important to understand the art, to study the art, and to respect the art. And I'm glad that you understand that as well. So that's really, really good.
Exactly. But one thing that I did already do is in Canada, I've scored films. So I know how to do music for like films. So people who don't know what scores is, like is the background music for like film or TVs. So I do have that ability. That's also something that I want to exploit more. So I do need to get with people that understand more that aspect of it. But you know, and that's why I say like for me, like I just love entertainment. And one thing that I am working on is microphone and control, which is my own entertainment company.
Oh, nice,
Yeah,
nice.
so even me being an artist, like I'm used.
Oh, so
That's
you own your own LLC.
yeah, yeah, in Canada, exactly.
Nice,
So
nice, nice.
all that to say that I'm really into the. I love music, I love entertainment, but I also love business. So I pretty much merge them together. You see, which creates microphone and control. But there's a lot of things that, because I know already, I can't be doing everything. It's hard to do everything. Like it's hard, but I know with the skills I have, I'll be able to teach other people. Maybe like be like, okay, you know what? Let me teach this guy that really is super passionate about scoring films. Let me teach him how to do it. Since I know how to do it, but I don't really have too much time, and I can guide him or manage him or whatever it is. You see, whatever guidance I can be to that person, or maybe a singer. Since I produce and I make my own beats, I can be like, okay, you know what? I have the ear. Let me help you out. Let me help you put a great project together. And you see what I'm saying? Like, I really want to be able to also help other artists, but I know it got to start with me helping myself because I have the talent myself. So I have to be able to put myself on first, and then I can help others.
Okay, good, good, very good. And so, do you know how to dance?
I don't. I would say, but and I'm gonna tell you why. This is for me. This is a tough question because my father was an amazing dancer.
You
Like
got the skills.
yeah, but I ain't gonna lie. He was so nice with it. It kind of for me, it kind of like put me. I'm like, God, I don't know if I can reach that level. You see what I'm saying? But people are they always tell me like when they see me dancing, like, man, you're pretty good and everything. But to me, I'm like, I remember by that, I'm like, man, he was cold. He was real good. So I'm like, man, like if I say I can dance, I gotta be able to be on that level or close. If not to
Because you know, if
me,
you say you can dance, people are gonna say, "Oh, can you dance to me? You know, bust a move." And you don't want to be there like,
no, I
yeah.
want to be cold. Like for him, he knew like every dance like there was, he knew them. Like he was really good. He was really good, and that's always something when I was in parties with him. I would never dance like ever. I
Yeah,
would
you
just
just
sit
let
down
him
like,
have the
no,
dance floor. Let him have
you,
his moment.
you got this, you got this, you got this. But yeah, it was real good. So I know, like you said, I know it's in me, but it's something that I haven't exploited as much for sure. But eventually.
Okay. So, have you ever been to Haiti?
No, but I want to. I
Okay.
want to.
Yeah, it's beautiful
I
there. You should
want
go.
to. Yeah, and it's really like because you know how there's a lot of people, and I'm not gonna lie, there was a lot of fear instilled in me young to go to Haiti, but I grew away from that. But I remember going to church and seeing members of the church coming back, and we haven't seen them for like 3 months. When there was like situation where people would get kidnapped, like I actually witnessed people coming back, and they had to jump from like the second or third floor, whatever. And like I've seen that, so I was like, damn. Like imagine me as a kid. It kind of like created that fear. But I grew up and I understand now. Is like wherever you go is a risk of something happening.
Statistically speaking, something is more likely to happen to you in America than it is in
That's
Haiti, but people don't, they never talk about that.
and that's what I've learned. So I definitely want to go like soon enough. But Haiti, man, and like the Haitian culture is like it's in me. It's in
Oh,
my
yeah,
blood.
Asian
I
culture is
love it.
beautiful.
You see me. I got the flag. I'm always representing.
You already
I
know.
was talking about me being Haitian years ago, like as a youngin. Like I'm not just doing it because now it is hot. Like if you think about it, being a Haitian right now is like a trend. It's hot.
Oh, yeah, every time people see sakase,
Yeah,
oh my
like
gosh,
it's
you know how to make the black rice? Like, yeah, we just totally eat it every day, sure.
you, you see what I'm saying? But people don't understand that at the end of the day, it was a time where being Haitian, like people was getting laughed at. They was like
Being made fun of,
intimidated.
bullied.
You name it, exactly. So at the end of the day, I love my culture even to this day. If I call my grandmother, big salute to my grandmother. I call her today, she'll talk to me in Creole. It don't matter if I talk to her in French. She don't speak no English, but she speaks French and Creole. But still, to me, even if I answer her in French, she will talk to me in
You talk
Creole.
to your grandma in French?
Yeah, and Creole. Yeah, depending. I guess this is a weird thing. Like for us, I guess because that's what we learn in school, like in Quebec. I guess that's how we talk. Cause I seen that too here too. Like parents like will talk to their kids in Creole and they talk to them in English. I seen that, but I don't know like what it is, but it does happen.
Yeah, so there are different kinds of Haitians. There are Haitians who were born in Haiti, and then there were Haitians who were raised in Florida, and then there are
Right.
Haitians who are raised in Canada. So I do have Canadian cousins, and my mom wants me to speak French to them. She's like, okay, pas moi. I'm like, okay, we speak Creole around the house all the time, and
Right.
almost never speak French. So, how am I supposed to pull this off now?
Right,
Yeah.
right.
But when I listen to your French, it's very, very good. So I'm very impressed. Yeah.
Yeah, but like I said, but like even to give you a background story, like obviously my French, I grew up in a French city, so I just growing up learning it. But English, like I said, my grandmother, I grew up with my grandmother. She don't speak no English. She can say I love you, but she don't speak English. But I have family in Boston, and me as a kid, I would go a lot to Boston and spend the summer there. And my youngest cousin, they wouldn't speak the best Creole too much, so I had to learn English, or I would never understand them. You see what I'm saying? And that kind of like me growing up and already knowing a little bit of English, I grew up with it. It was easy for me to like fully learning, and then having jobs where you have to be bilingual, so it's like it just helped even more. And even my engineer, one of my first engineer, when I really started to pay for studio time in Canada, his name is Silex.
Hmm.
Like he understands French, but he can't speak it.
Oh, that's like me. There we go.
You see what I'm saying? So every time I would tell him something, it would speak to me in English, and a lot of times it was almost embarrassing because I would say certain things, and it was like, man, you forget the why isn't there's no like it's like what example can I
Don't
give
forget
you?
the accent aigu, and I'm like, okay, sorry.
Yeah,
sorry.
it's like certain words you were like, yo, that's not how you say it, but you would understand it's because I'm French. I would say it a certain way, like, but no, that's how you gotta say it, and I would record. It would make me repeat it till I get it right. I was like, man, I used to hate that shit. Like reading, I would repeat until I really get it right. But it helped me just get better. Like I basically speaking English, and it also helped in the music as well.
Okay, well, that's really good. So tell us more about your album, International Vibes.
International vibes. So basically, I'm almost done with it, but it's gonna be very different. If you know me and you've been following me, it's gonna be different from what I've previously did. But I felt like this project finally embodies who I am. I feel like as an artist, I've finally figured out who I am. You see what I'm saying? So me being trilingual, speaking French, Creole, and English, expect to see those elements in there, those three languages in that
Yes,
album.
you're a polyglot. You speak multiple languages.
Exactly. You see what I'm saying? But also different styles of music. Us being Haitian, about zouk, compa, and things like
Oh,
that.
yes.
So we gonna give him some of that. Right now it's like there's a whole Afrobeat wave. So
Oh, yeah.
it's some
becoming
flavors
big.
of that as well. So it's gonna be like it's gonna be pretty interesting. It's gonna be international vibes, meaning that it don't matter where you're from, you can gravitate to it. You can vibe to the music.
Wonderful. Well, Lee Master C, thank you so much for coming on the show. Please let the people know where they can keep in contact with you with your social media.
All right. Well, thanks for having me. And my Instagram is at Lee Master C. If you want to search my music on YouTube, Spotify, Apple Music, is all at Lee Master C. Website microphoneandcontrol.com. And just stay tuned. International vibes on the way.
All right, wonderful. And thank you again for coming on the show.
Thanks for having me.
Wonderful. And thank you all for watching Trading Photos. You can keep up to date with all the latest episodes at youtube.com/tradingphotos. You can also follow me at youtube.com/Bianca Brooks.